A Cards with Michael production.
What's up, YouTube? It's Cards with Michael. It has been quite a long time since we've done a box opening. Today we have Time Spiral Remastered. Today's is actually a little bit special. It's a made in Belgium box, and it's sponsored by Rocky D, just an awesome person, wonderful friend, mod in my Twitch channel, as well as just a big supporter of Cards with Michael. So thank you so much for supporting me, and let's get to opening this box. So the Belgian boxes, similar to the Commander Legends, they're a little bit, how to say this, like the packs are a little bit more like uneven, and they're just so much shinier, as well as a little bit more loosey-goosey. They're not like as tight as the US based ones. And from opening so far, I've noticed that the card quality is a little bit better. And so, well, that's why we're gonna try to open some more Belgian ones. Belgian ones, of course, are the main ones that are circulating in Europe. So I had some of my friends in Europe help me get some of the product. And yeah, let's get to it. I will say the Belgian boxes are really hard to keep kind of near mint, unlike the US boxes, because they're a little bit loosey-goosey. But, you know, that is how it goes. So these are really fun to open. This is, of course, the first one we're opening as a video on the channel, but, you know, we've opened a lot live already. The set itself has been excellent. I'm actually gonna draft later today. By the time this video comes out, I'll already have drafted it in person in my new apartment. We start off with Angel Salvation and a Crystal Shard. But the EV of the set, that's what everyone's been talking about, and it's really good. Today we're gonna check out how much this box is. The market price so far looks like it's settling around the 330 range. We have Radha, Heir to Keld, Disdainful Stroke, our first foil, Spore Sour Thallid, and I honestly think that the EV of these is literally in the 260 range. Different websites will tell you different things, but it's just, there's so much value in just like random cards in the set. We have a little mythic here, Wheel of Fate, nice, Laboratory Maniac, Labman, and a foil rare, Reiterate. Excellent. Of course, the real value, of course, in this set are the old bordered foils that are just very uncommon. Like, I think that they're all super good. Let me actually turn on an extra light here. Just realize it's actually in the morning time, but we could always do with more light. And those are kind of the things that really prop up the box value. I think the boxes are probably more like a 150 without the chance of the foils. Here we have a Fungus Sliver and a Relentless Rats. And that's just, you know, we've opened enough of these. We've done the math. I mean, we had a box. Okay, so let's talk old border foils. We've had 2 boxes so far that have had no foils at all. We've had a lot that have had 1, and we've had a few that have had 2, like 6 or 7, and we've had 1 that has had 3, as well as 1 that has had 4 foils. So 0 to 4 has been the range. And if you don't believe me, just check out my live streams. I don't know the exact time in the exact video where we opened the mythical 4 old border foils. Hey, it's a pretty little waist and a massive ghouls, but I guarantee you it has happened. The chat was all like everyone's mouths were agape, including mine. That was wild. But we did also have a box that had 3 Sliver Legions, 1 non-foil and 2, sorry, 1 foil and 2 non-foil. So I mean, the set's EV is just really good. You have these really nutso boxes that are like 400 plus in value, and it makes this kind of fun set to open. I mean, I really haven't remembered a recent set that has had this in the draft booster box experience. Like, it's just doesn't exist. Rakdos Charm. Most of the time it's a collector box that has this kind of like insane EV, but you know, with the collector boxes, you can't draft them. So, oops, my sleeves just kind of plopped onto the screen. So, you know, I've had a good time, and The other thing is people have been talking about this potentially getting a second wave or a second reprint. Some of my stores are getting a little bit more product. But most of that product was product they already knew was coming. It's just like it was delayed. And I think some of that product is coming in next week. I will note that apparently Amazon did a sale. Ooh, a little prime time. All right. And Mystical Teachings. Oh, I love this card. Anyone ever watch Wafo Tapa play the Time Spiral block constructed deck that used Mystical Teaching and Tendrils of Corruption? And of course the Fairy Mage of Zalfar and Damnation. That was when I just started like caring about competitive play, and Time Spiral block was one of the few blocks where I was like, oh yeah, I really want to get into it. All right, we have a Cha-Ching Pact of Negation. All right, give that a sleeve. That's probably our first like kind of like big hit. Like anything over $20 I consider a big hit. All right, gotta make sure the sleeve is actually a sleeve. Okay, and let's have a hits pile right there. Alicia and a Pit Keeper. All right. Put the hits pile right there. So, that's the reason why this block is such a nostalgic feel for me. I mean, this is really when I started kind of getting into the competitive scene. Before Time Spiral and really during Time Spiral, I was just a big noob. Like, I just didn't understand this game. I didn't understand the stack, so Split Second just didn't make sense to me. I was like, Split Second actually helped me understand the stack. Because until Split Second happened, I was literally like, what does this mean? You can't cast spells, like, and then, I started learning, oh, I see, you do that in response, and then I get 2 for 1, and so that's why Split Second is great. So, yeah, I learned my lessons in this set, just made a lot of mistakes. I remember I drafted this card, Sudden Spoiling, and I never really used it to an effective way because I kept holding on to it when I could have got like an early 1 for 1 or even like an early like 2 for 1 or like a 1.5 for 1, and I just like never used it. And it's just also maybe I didn't have the black mana. I don't know. Jorah of the Gitu, become immense, and a second foil rare, Nether Trader. All right, keep going. What are your guys' thoughts about this set? I would actually not be surprised if I see some negative comments, critical comments about this set, because it is kind of one of those sets that the pricing has become mythical. Like $330 for a draft booster box, that's kind of crazy to most people, but I promise you, that's not the first time we're going to see draft boxes at that price range, even early into release. Grenzo and a Dirkwood Baloth. What a powerful card, Dirkwood Baloth. We have Strixhaven coming up, which is kind of more of a standard set. But after that, we have Modern Horizons 2. And, I think the booster box price for Modern Horizons 2 is going to be like in the $240 range. So, guys, like, it's not like we're getting priced out. I really think that a lot of these boxes are basically worth that price. We just have to reframe the way we think about Magic the Gathering products. Like, it's not like I would rather pay $200 for a booster box that has like EV of like 180 or even 150 than pay like $100 for a booster box that has like an EV of like 50 out of the gate. Like that's the difference. And I think it might not be a popular opinion, but I'm really excited to open Time Spiral and much less excited to open Call Time draft boosters or really any of the recent draft boosters. Okay, got a Fungal Reachers. Where's the foil? Rocky, I really want to get that foil for you. You've waited a whole week. The videos have been really slow, by the way, because of my move. I just, moved apartments. Really haven't had a chance to kind of just buckle up, do one of these videos, add some pricing, just the whole spiel, It takes time to do that kind of stuff. So I'm finally going to start getting caught up. We're going to do Time Spiral Remastered, these box openings with TCG player pricing all throughout this week, next week. I'm going to try to pump out as many of these as possible. Just so that, we get a feel for how much these are worth and if these are nice and if these are really like what they're hyped up to be. If by now you haven't seen any of these boxes being opened and you're still like on the fence, like maybe some of these videos will help you understand like why people are paying like out the wazoo for them. I mean, this box, I don't know. Maybe this box is not a good representation of that. But yeah, we'll see. Keep cracking packs and eventually we'll hit something good, right? Rough and Tumble, Yavimaya Dryad, Dread Return, Gauntlet of Power, 3rd Mythic, Everflowing Chalice, Old Border card. All right, we're getting up to the halfway point, over the halfway point of this box. Hoping for the spice, but you never know. You never know. Not every box can be good. The Steppe, Gemstone Caverns, and a Kasali Pride Mage. I know the Caverns is a little money hit, so give it a little sleeve. All right. Very nice. And we'll keep going. I also looked up before this kind of like the common uncommon slot. And it looks like basically since we really just care about cards that are about $1 or more, the only card is like Delay. And the other card really gets that price range besides Delay. Vanishing Light, Life and Limb. So that's why I'm kind of just filtering through the commons. The commons or whatever. Unless you're drafting, of course. Can't wait until I can just like sit down and just draft this set. I'm just really excited for that. Flagstones of Trocaire and Azula Port Cutthroat. Let's keep going. We're about halfway, about 2/3 of our way through the box. Still, that Old Border foil is not showing up. Come on now. Come on. Storm Entity, Heartwood Storyteller, and Arresto. Okay. Restoration Angel. I can't actually read that well. Like, that compared to that. You know what I mean? The white color on the white background. All right, here we go. We have another Angel's Grace. Funny story. Oh! Oh, it's a Lava Spike. If I'm not incorrect, I believe this might be one of the least valuable old bordered foils. So big sorries there. This Mark Teton art is a classic from Kamigawa, but it hasn't really been the most valuable. Although I don't understand why. I mean, all the ones that you need 4 of, I feel like should be more worth something. But I don't know. Who knows? IDK. Oh, I meant to sleeve this Flagstones, by the way. I didn't mean to put it in the mythic pile. Sorry, my OCD friends. All right. All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's hope for some other spice in this. Maybe we get a nice little twofer. The rates are supposed to be an old bordered foil, 1 in every 23 packs. Since boxes have 36 packs, it's about 1 1/3 per box. But it's not an even distribution. It's definitely not an even distribution because we've seen a box with 4 and we've seen boxes with 0. It's not like it definitely feels like you can get lucky or unlucky with these. Here we go. Cloud Key, True Name, Nemesis. Not bad. One of the more valuable old bordered non-foil or foil cards. All right. Yeah, let's keep going. Of course, these do take a little bit of time to grind through. 36 packs. I'm not used to that anymore. We're so used to the 12-pack like hits from the collector booster product. But now on these draft boosters, it feels slow. Unlike Battle Styles, the more recent Pokemon set, like that set, it's like we'll open like, ooh, a Tarmogoyf and a Sanguine Bond and a Fortify. Battle Styles or like the Pokemon set, we'll go through like 14, 15 packs and not get any real hits. But this so far, you know, there's just so many mini hits. Like a lot of these old border cards are a few dollars of value. Some are more. And this Lava Spike's a nice little spike of value. So, you know. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? Okay, we do have a delay. Ching, maybe like $1, I think. And a Draining Welk, as well as a Zealous Conscripts. Draining Welk is one of my favorite cards from the block. It's just such a nice little 2-for-1. And it's really embarrassing when your opponent knows that you have a Draining Welk. And they just keep playing like 2 mana, 3 mana cost beaters. And you're just like staring at the Welk. And they're looking at your mana base and they know what you have. Tombstalker and a Leveler. I don't know. Just a fun time. Just a fun experience. All right, 2 more packs. Rocky, let's get something spicy. Please. Here we go. We got ourselves Kervik the Merciless, Epic Experiment, and just a foil Thrill of the Hunt. A nice little mini giant growth with flashback. All right, last pack magic. My little LPM piece of paper right there. Can we get the last pack magic? Let's see it. We have a Nightshade Assassin, awesome card in limited, Magus of the Moon, and an Evolutionary Leap. Okay, that's the box. Here's the rough TCG player value using TCG player low. We're a whole a week after release, so I feel like those prices have roughly stabilized. Once again, big shout out to Rocky. Thank you so much for sponsoring this. Guys, we'll see you on the next one.